So welcome back to Decoy Noise. Today we're going over an Am I the Antagonist thread with Am I the Antagonist for keeping gifts from my ex-boyfriends? So if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing down below. Join the Decoy Coy. We have a conversation every episode, so I mean, it's kind of fun. I mean, I enjoy the YouTube comments more than I enjoy the Reddit comments sometimes, but let's just get right into this one. I recently got into a spat with my current boyfriend over this topic. It started because he wanted to know where I got my Tony Chopper plushie from, as he wanted to buy one for his sister, and I told him that I didn't know because it was a gift from my high school boyfriend. He kind of got bummed out and asked if I had any other stuff from exes, and I was honest. A few books, Chanel perfume, and some of my earrings, not the expensive stuff. We then got in an argument about keeping stuff from exes. He believes that once a relationship is over, you shouldn't keep anything from them because it means that you haven't moved on. My stance is that they're objects I like, and throwing them away or gifting them is unnecessary. I don't connect those things to my exes, and I don't think about them when I use them. Maybe this comes from the POV that his relationships ended badly, whereas mine just didn't. My high school boyfriend and I broke up because we were stupid kids, and the other two, I noticed we weren't going in the same directions, so we had a clean cut. And we're on good terms. We don't talk about anything, but if we ever are around the same circle, we could be cordial. His ex cheated on him, and the ex before that ghosted him, so maybe that is that. Am I the antagonist for keeping things from my ex-boyfriends? So let's read the edit. Thanks you guys for your input, but I don't understand why you're interpreting more to the story. This was just a spat or a little disagreement we have. It's not a relationship breaking. We're not mad at each other or anything. He is not a manipulative, controlling antagonist that I should dump. He is insecure, yes. Am I going to talk to him about this? Yes, but damn, y'all need to chill out. Thanks for the most of the comments that were insightful. So, I guess to take this situation to Decoy Court like I always do, and by no means does Decoy Court have any weight behind it, but it's just my knee-jerk reaction is, in people I've dated and I've kind of seen around, my thought is, if they received a gift from an ex and it has like purpose, like it's a car, a bike, or a cell phone, or like a tool of some sort, whatever, like that's part of your life. But if it's something that's very sentimental, like maybe a stuffed animal or like a ring or something, I would be a little bit more, I don't know, hesitant on that. Like I'm saying, I'm no ultimate mature person or whatever to say like what's right and wrong, but just my honest opinion to this would be like, hey, if it's like, I guess it's a stuffed animal, I don't know, like, it kind of seems a little bit weird to me that that's there, but, you know, maybe like OP's referencing right here where the ends of my relationships weren't as good as the ends of her relationships, so they can kind of be seen differently in terms of gifts from, like, you know, ex-boyfriends or girlfriends or whatever. But let's get to the top comment right now and see what they have to say. Top comment, not the antagonist. You're certainly not over the sort of things that you're describing. I have things that were gifted by exes that I chose to get rid of because they were deeply personal and it felt inappropriate to keep them, but what you're describing is a pretty normal gift items. How long ago did you split up with your high school boyfriend out of interest? Did they reply? Yeah, they replied 8 years ago. They're 24 years old now. So I wonder who gave her the Chanel perfume and how that Chanel perfume has lasted 8 years, or maybe that was a different ex or whatever, but I mean, yeah. Reply, yeah, he's overreacting. Yeah, 8 years ago, high school boyfriend, that would be kind of a... Yeah, that would be overreacting. That is true. So I rescind my earlier statement. That's not a sentimental thing. That's just whatever. So OP comes back and says, what items should one get rid of in your opinion? So let's see what this person says. I got rid of a personalized photo album. With another ex, I returned his mother's ring. It wasn't given as an engagement ring. I just didn't want to keep it. Stuff like books, CDs, and a plushie isn't overly romantic, in my opinion. Like, I have some really lovely new copy of books I was given as gifts from friends. I don't think that's a love gesture or not. Yeah, that's the thing, is could something be misconstrued as a like platonic friend thing? So things like I said before, a ring, which they referenced up there as well, a ring, a photo album with pictures of them, like those all have to go, unfortunately. But I mean, in the comments, let me know if you have a different opinion than that. So, next reply. Not the antagonist. Your boyfriend is either being manipulative or is just insecure. Either way, you're not doing anything wrong at all. I can understand this, his point, if it was something about like a toy, but books and earrings? True. Very true. And the original poster came back and said, I guess it's more insecurity than anything else. Yeah, probably. And the next reply is, this might sound harsh, but his insecurities are something that he needs to get over. You should not be expected to throw away your property just because he doesn't like that it was from your ex. True. This is true. So let's go on to the next post. Not the antagonist. They were gifts and they're yours now. Enjoy them. Yeah, I mean, And that's one thing I would want to stay away from, is the idea that it's like, yes, that's cool. You take that and say their gifts are yours, enjoy them, but also don't take that and say, like, you know, it's the extreme of saying like, oh yeah, I was gifted this, I don't even know what, like a pearl necklace or whatever. I was gifted these diamond earrings or something that was like very like romantic or whatever. And you can't say they're my gifts, I can enjoy them how I want. It's like, no, you were given a ring by someone you were engaged with. That's not the same thing, but you know how people are on the internet, they just take things to extremes or whatever. So next reply, not the antagonist. Using your boyfriend's logic, there's a whole lot of stuff I would need to get rid of that my ex-husband gave me or that we bought together. I did get rid of the stuff that he gave to me that I never really liked but kept and used because I didn't want to hurt his feelings, lol. And the one thing I would say with that is, like, my input is, you guys are all projecting this on other stuff, like stuff that my ex-husband gave me, okay, cool, but not the stuff that they bought together. That has nothing to do with this. It was a stuffed animal and other items like Chanel perfume and earrings or whatever that she's talking about receiving as a gift. Things they bought together. That has nothing to do with anything. Like most of the controversial replies, which this is not, are going to be when the repliers start to add stuff that's not in the story. They're just projecting whatever's going on in their own life, which is sadly a big facet of what Am I the Antagonist Reddit is. So reading on to the next reply, not the antagonist. These were gifts and you like them. Why let them go to waste? You don't associate them with your ex and seem to be clearly over him. So why would it matter? I guess if you want to wear those earrings 24/7, I can understand who would ask you to perhaps not do that, but even then, throwing them away is unjustified. I kept gifts from friends I no longer speak to, and I hope they have done the same. We were friends at some point, and I gave them, they gave me something that brought great joy. Why would we just throw away that because the friendship is over? The relationship is over. Friendships and all the same thing, but just the idea that it's like, you know, they're saying you don't associate them with your ex. Yeah, as long as it's not it has some sort of use, that's something they enjoy or whatever, not any like sentimental value, like, oh my god, here's a movie ticket stub or a first date, or here's like, you know, I'm so bad at thinking of things off the top of my head, but like, you know, sentimental things. Oh, here's a seashell we collected at the beach on our first like year anniversary or something. I see, terrible at making up stuff on the spot. Original poster came back and said, that's how I see it. I have absolutely zero feelings for them, and I never think about them when I see the objects. Yep, that's true. And what they're all saying is like it has to do with the guy's insecurity, and likely does. But the thing is, though, is it seems like the original poster is willing to work with his insecurity and say like, okay, yeah, I see what his issue is, so maybe there's some sort of middle ground, but am I being the antagonist? Which is kind of a nice thing for her to do, original poster to post on here saying, hey, is there some other perspective I'm just not seeing here? The next reply is not the antagonist. Exact scenario was an episode of How I Met Your Mother, and then Robin got rid of her dogs. Okay, whatever. So let me know what you guys are thinking down below. Drop a comment, because like I already kind of gave my 2 cents. But before we go to controversial, let's hear if any of you guys will type something in and then see it in controversial right after. But let's get back to it, because I'd be interested to see if someone had something that's terrible. So next top or controversial reply is not the antagonist. Your boyfriend is overreacting. The gifts you described aren't sentimental to your past relationships. They are just items to you that you like and want to keep, and there's nothing wrong with that. See, I don't know why that's controversial, but whatever. Ooh, someone got a vote, 1 vote, and then they got downvoted, but like always, my computer never wants to let me click some of these links or whatever. Wow, and now it's just gonna pop up a new window. Oh, that's too bad. I can't see what they were gonna say. Oh, here we go. Now we're back. And we're back. Say, not the antagonist. Your boyfriend is overreacting. These what? I don't. Sorry. Technical difficulties. So, yeah. I wish that sometimes I recorded these pre-recorded and didn't do them live or whatever. But let's just go into it. Next post. Yeah, my last ex tried to pull that stuff with me, but while keeping stuff from her exes. I kept some things from my high school ex and never told her who they were from because I like them. My boyfriend doesn't give a crap. Okay, so a lot of this stuff where they're just kind of back and forth, back and forth. Next post. Not the antagonist. You kept some gifts, even if they ended badly, which some of mine did. Throwing gifts away serves no purpose. Now, if you had pictures hanging everywhere of you, that would be different, which kind of goes back to my point on the whole, like, if they have sentimental value, you gotta get rid of them. So, after reading both sides of the story, she's not the antagonist. I think that, you know, she's trying to be fair to the boyfriend, which I think it's fair. I think this is justified. Everybody, the whole like NAH, no antagonist here. And thanks for that one guy that posted in the comments that I used to think that NAH was just nobody's an antagonist here, but nah, you're not the antagonist, but it means NAH, not no antagonist here. So thanks for the commenters and everybody down there correcting me when I'm wrong, because I appreciate that. And I would appreciate if you subscribe down below or checked out that video over there, but also just leaving comments as to what you think about this video. Think about me doing more of these kind of controversial am I the antagonist threads, not necessarily the most popular threads, but the ones that are going to spark the most conversation. But like always, thanks for stopping by and hope to see you next episode.